What's up, guys, and welcome to my spoiler review for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This film is split between audiences and critics, critics and critics, audiences and audiences. This is a split MCU movie. And why is that? What is the deep dive? Now, I haven't really watched too many in-depth spoiler reviews on it to try to get why it's so split, but if you've seen my review for it in this past week's episode of The King's Corner, you'll know that I'm on the very positive side of the coin. I thought this was the best MCU film since Spider-Man: No Way Home. I liked it more than Multiverse of Madness, more than every film prior. After uh, after No Way Home, I thought this movie was entertaining. I thought it was fun. I thought it was visually stunning. I thought the quantum realm was very immersive. I think the sound design was spectacular. Thought all the acting was great, and I thought the story was great. It was the story of the movie that also really worked for me. So I'm wondering what aspects of it are not working for other people. But for me, it all worked quite well, quite well. Um, and I'll give you a quick rundown of what's going on in this movie. You know, the opening, the very quick opening to where he's explaining, what's going on in his life, how he saved the world, and whatever he's wrote a book and all this. He's having a great time with the Wasp, his family relationship, all that's going really well. Turns out uh, his daughter's grown up, played by Catherine Newton. She's been put in jail. She got to get out of jail. So, why was she put in jail? Well, she was trying to do a right thing. There was a protest or something going on. She jumped in because people were starting to get hurt or something like that. So she got arrested for it. So it's not like she was really committing like a serious crime, like theft or something. Um, so that instantly says, okay, this character has the best intentions and is willing to go ahead and get locked up uh, in the name of justice. So I thought that was a great character trait that we get from her. So we find out that she has been tinkering with technology and she's created this communicator to the quantum realm. Uh, so, Michelle Pfeiffer, she didn't know about this. Michael Douglas knew, Evangeline Lilly knew, but Michelle Pfeiffer did not. And if she did, she wouldn't allow it to happen. And as soon as she finds out, she unplugs the thing. She said, look, you have to stop this right now. And moments later, the thing starts to malfunction and everybody gets sucked into the quantum realm. So, maybe some people had problems with, well, Pfeiffer, she unplugged that thing. She could have said, look, you have to stop. Well, she was saying stop this. You have to stop, and they were all kind of like, why? They weren't really wanting to do it. So she went up. She pulled the plug. So they get into the quantum realm. They're split up. Uh, this is the 15 to 20 minute segment of the film that was a little slower for me. Still liked it, but it did slow down a little bit, and that includes when uh, Pfeiffer's character, um, Hope, Michael Douglas, they're going around, and she's now kind of back in this world, and she has to say, okay, who's going to help us out? Let's find this guy. So Bill Murray comes in, who is kind of a two-faced jerk almost. You think he's on one side, then he's on the other. He's kind of like a Lando Calrissian character from Empire Strikes Back. So, that scene, that whole scene that they're talking about with the past between Michelle Pfeiffer and Bill Murray, I thought it was funny. It made me laugh. How whatever they were doing. Um, you know, I didn't mind it. It did slow down the movie, and they escape. They get ambushed. They escape. Um, Kind of a throwaway scene, throwaway character. Didn't need it. That kind of did feel a little tacked on, but at the other side of things, we meet this uh, civilization that has been kind of struggling in the quantum realm due to Kang's uh, leadership. And the thing where he has to drink the ooze so he can understand what they're saying. Like I said, this part of the movie did slow down for me, but I was still entertained by it. I still think there was something fun about it. And Paul Rudd is excellent in these scenes, and so is Catherine Newton. I thought everybody was great, and the visuals I thought were great. And they're all saying, the Conqueror, the Conqueror. They're setting him up, but they didn't really need to, because we know he's coming. So they really milked that setup for Kang. And finally, MODOK comes in. This little guy comes in, who Kang sent to take these guys out, to kill them. I love this little guy. I love this character. I know some of you might not like this character, but I love him. I think he's great. Um, and it is Darren Cross. We see that after the events of Ant-Man, he gets shrunk into the quantum realm and saved by Kang and his people, and turned into this machine, or mechanical organism designed only for killing. And I like that little sequence. It's almost like a Anakin Skywalker getting turned into Darth Vader type thing. It has the same vibes. I'm not saying it has the same effect, but it has the same vibes there. So he takes them to Kang. We get that scene from the trailer. Kang comes in. He's talking to Scott, and instantly Jonathan Majors steals the show. He is so menacing. He's fantastic in this movie. He's incredible in this movie. And he's saying, look, something happened. I need to get this device back so I could get out of the quantum realm. You want out too? Then help me out. So, ultimately he says, Ant-Man says, okay, fine. I'll help you out. You're basically saying you're going to kill my daughter in front of me. Let's not do that. I'll help you out. So he got to go down to throw his shrinking devices at the thing. And I thought it was a fun sequence, a really visually stunning sequence where there's a bunch of Ant-Mans that come, the Baskin-Robbins Ant-Man, Scott Lang, and, he throws the thing, it doesn't work. Wasp comes down. This is where they get back together. Wasp comes down, she throws all the stuff, the thing shrinks. So this is where Pfeiffer really says, look, this guy, when I touched whatever I touched, I saw that he is a bad guy, and he is going to do some bad things, and kill a lot of people. So don't let him have this. One thing leads to another, and Kang gets the device. Uh, and we don't think it's going to look good. We think he's going to get out. And at this point, Catherine Newton says, look, let's stand up against this son of a gun. So all the people under oppression from Kang and the quantum realm, they say, come on, stand up. And this reminded me of the Rise of Skywalker, how they had Lando go out to try to reach anybody that would help on Exegol. So I like that. I think the rhymes of other stories and other films, I don't know, I thought it worked for me. So Ant-Man, uh, he comes in, he's knocking all the stuff down. He's saying, look, we had a deal. If you get this thing, you get us out of here. You don't give a crap about anything. You're a big liar. So he's helping out. He's smashing all this stuff. There's the big fight. Uh, and this is another thing that didn't work for me about it. Michael Douglas then comes in and he says, uh, some of the ants that got sucked into the quantum realm as well, they have been creating these whatever kind of technology to help us fight, and they're pretty big too. So they come in and they knock Kang down, which I thought was a little silly. So they get up. Pfeiffer opens the thing. She says, "Look, we can get out of here. We get out of here now." So all of them get through except for Scott, because he gets banged to the side by Kang. I thought this fight was incredible between the two. I thought the score, Christoph Beck's score in the scene, was fantastic. I thought it was like really violent, and I appreciated that. It reminded me of the fight scene between Bane and Batman in The Dark Knight Rises. That first fight they have, it just reminded me of that, where you get that line from the trailer that they shouldn't have put in there when he's like, I don't care if I lose, we just have to lose together, or whatever the line is. And Wasp comes back. They basically beat the hell out of him, and he gets disintegrated, gets destroyed. This variant of Kang gets destroyed. They go, one thing leads to another. They get the portal back open. They go back. Let's go home. And that's the big story. That's the big journey. And I really loved it. I thought not a lot of it didn't work for me, as I just mentioned. So we get back, and he's going to have dinner with the family, and he's thinking in his head of all the possibilities that can happen. Like, is this guy really done for? Is he done for? It's probably okay. And the film ends. Then the film ends, and loved it. I thought it was great. Thought it was fun. Thought it was entertaining. The MODOK thing, this guy's arc, turning into, now he's disheveled to this. The Langs have totally made this guy feel like a twerp. The baby legs, the face thing, the whole thing made him feel like a total dirtbag, and kind of brought some of that Darren mindset back, saying, what the hell am I doing? What is my purpose? So he says, I'm going to stop being a dick, as she says to him, and he comes in and he sacrifices his life. He gets killed for them. So I don't know. I really love that character. Love it. I love it, and I didn't think I would, but I think he's great. Then the movie ends. So the credit scenes, the post or the mid credit scene, we see a bunch of Kang saying, well, the Quantum Kang that we banished has been killed by one of them. So let's just say, let's stop wasting time. Let's summon all the Kangs, and let's have a showdown. Let's have a brawl. And I thought it was really cool, leading up to how we're going to see him in the future. And then the after credit scene with the Loki season 2 scene. It's basically a scene from Loki season 2, I would imagine. It's just plucked right out. You see a variant of Kang doing this magic show or whatever he's doing. And Loki and Mobius are in the audience, and Mobius says to him, "Hey, this guy's not as scary as you thought." And Loki says, "Oh, he is." And as he stares at him, he has all that fear. And then it ends. And I thought it was just a perfect setup of what's to come. This movie feels like a great third film in an Ant-Man series. It feels like a great open to Phase 5, a great open to Kang the Conqueror. Like in the Loki show, he wasn't Kang the Conqueror. He was known as many names, as he said, but he is the one who remains. That was the Kang variant in that show. So this is the true kind of introduction to Kang the Conqueror, and I loved it. I thought it was great. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with this movie, and I really don't. I mean, I get there's a lot of things that could go both ways, and it really does. It goes both ways. So that's where I'm at with it, guys. Comment down below. What do you think about the movie? Did you see it? What are your thoughts about it? What side of the coin do you land on? Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for reviews of all the new films in our weekly review show, The King's Corner, where this past week we talked about Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, the non-spoiler review. We talked about You People. We talked about the new Marlowe film with Liam Neeson, and we talked about the Consecration film. Watch that video. Also, Last of Us spoiler reviews coming up, update videos, unboxings, all sorts of stuff. Come on, check it out, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on Twitter at RyanKing72 and Instagram and TikTok at KingRises131. That's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching my spoiler review for Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. And until next time, over and out.